Yeah, please do not present any screen unless until I suggest you. Yeah. So we are discussing about the DMS concept day before yesterday. That is on Saturday. Right. I have given the like why we are learning this particular course and what is the main motive of this particular relational database management system. So today we'll be discussing about the concepts and all the things. So one by one we'll be going in depth of the subject. So, before going to the subject, just I'll give the rough idea. Yeah, Sophia, please unmute yourself. Please mute yourself, ma. Yeah. So, we have something like for the particular RDBMS subject, we have three credential, total 5 credits are there, and paper is of 100 marks. And in that, 50 is the theoretical part, 35 marks is for practicals, and 15 is for internal assessment. Okay. Now the main objective of our subject is how to create the database, then how you going to design the entity relationship models, then we are going to expertise in using how to use the queries. Like yesterday I was telling you that if I want something from you, like I was being asking you what is your name, from where you are from, so these are the queries I have given to you and immediately you have been answering. The similar fashion, the way the English terminology I have been using for you to uh, put the questions, in the similar fashion you have given the answers to me. That is the same way the RDBMS also has the free statements where we are going to write English language statements. We call that as a SQL query language or structure query language, SQL we will say. So with this particular language we are going to write the English statements where it will going to retrieve the data from the database. So these are the things, the main objective of our RDBM subject is this one. So coming to the major part of our first unit, so we are not directly go to the concept. So if we want to learn anything new, we are not going to directly attack on that particular new concept. First of all, we'll see the what is the basics, from where it has been occurred, how it has been occurred, how we are going to use that, what are the drawbacks in that, what are the advantages in that particular old tradition. Then thereafter, after learning those things, we are slowly move to the new concept. So before knowing to the relational database management system, we are going to know about the database management system. So that is what the first unit is going to say. Saying that, Shreya, I am getting disturbance from your side, ma. All of you please mute yourself. Everyone mute yourself. If you have any doubt, please put your queries in the chat box. So the basic first unit will cover about the basic concepts. So the basic concepts will be covered in such a way that first we'll be knowing about the database management system. Then in that, the various types, how you going to arrange your organization, like management, how you going to maintain the database, what are its advantages and advantages we'll be seeing, and we'll see the architecture of the DBMS. For every language or for every concept, we'll be having somehow the architecture, the basic idea, the figure or the structure. Basic upon that particular structure only we are going to follow. So in the DBMS also we have the architecture, and it is having three different levels. We are going to cover that three different levels, such as physical database management system, then database management administrator, then we'll be knowing about the other types. This is what we are going to cover in the uh, architecture. Then thereafter we are going to see the major part, like as I given the example yesterday, like I have been telling about the queries, I've been telling about identifying the pictures, I have been telling identifying the music or something like that. I have given the lot of examples. The similar fashion, we are going to represent those objects in a form of diagrams. So we are going to know about how you're going to draw the diagrams for a particular concept. Like in our basic, when we're learning the computers, we may have got idea about the flow charts. Did you remember that if you learn about the C language or C++ or any other basic languages if you are started, or if you started about the information technology in our first years, or in a school nowadays, in the school also we have been started the computers. So at that level they are going to explain about the concept of flowcharts. That means before writing any program, we are going to say that, state that, okay, this will be going to flow in this fashion. That means how to start, where to end, how the logic will going to work. Like this we are going to roughly figure out with some pictures. So that is what the same thing we are going to do with the relational database management system. So we call that as a ER models. Yes. So that is also will be covered in the basic concept, that is entity relationship models we are going to learn. So there we are going to learn about what do you mean by domains, what do you mean by tuples, what is candidate key, super key, primary key, foreign key. Like this we are going to learn about the constraints, we are going to learn about the keys, then we are going to learn about the relationship, we are going to learn about the entities, we are going to learn about the attributes, relationship, and something like how you going to relate between these two objects. Like this we are going to work out with the first unit. So the major first unit is you have to concentrate on the maximum is, if you miss any of the architecture also nothing to worry, but we have the concept you have to always remember, because this is the database throughout your entire unit, all the entire subject, not only with the database, whichever if you related to any other concept of the database, the major part you will be learning about the constraints. That is the major, you have to keep in your mind that whatever I'll gain from the rdbms is, first point you should remember, that is constraints. That is nothing but set of rules. So you can note it down, constraint means a set of rules. Again at the end of the class I will be asking what are the things has been covered, and it is in the form of quizzes, you have to answer it. Okay, so few of the things you should note it in on your piece of paper. So in the first unit the major part you will be learning about something called architecture. Then the second important thing, that is we'll going to cover about the constraints. And the third thing, major thing you will be covered in this is an ER diagrams. So total three. So there is a lot of information or lot of sub points have been given, but if you elaborate in depth of that, maximum it will going to tell about these three things. So if you focus on these three things, about the architecture, about the constraints, and about the diagrams. So if you're able to get this, then your first unit is in your hand. So if you think about 5 units, 5 units, each unit is of 10 marks. So total is of 50 marks. So total 5 units, total is your theoretical exam is 50 marks. And comparing to the 35 marks, that is of practical, that will be covering only on the what is that, third unit. So the, if you want to get the practical thoroughly 35 out of 35, then you should be thorough with third unit. So if you thorough with the third unit, automatically 35 marks will be for practicals, and 10 marks will be covered as a theoretically, again which is coming from the practice of your practical lab. That means if you practice for 35, automatically 10 marks are in your hand, then total 45 marks are in your hand. That means out of 100 you are getting automatically 45 marks. And rest of the things you can say that, okay, these are the things I can cover. If I get 5 marks, or 10 7 marks, or 8 marks, then almost all I'll be reaching to 90% of credits or the marks for this particular subject. So no need to worry about that particular the worry about the scoring. So 100% you'll be getting 90 out of 90 or 100 out of 100 if you're going to follow the instructions regularly. Okay, so what are the major things that you are going to cover in the first unit? The architecture, second is the constraints, and the third is the diagrams. So if you cover these three things, then your this unit is easy for you. Then coming to the second unit, coming to the second unit, I'll be telling about the concept say integrity and normalization. Now if you remember, what is the yesterday, day before yesterday I have given the example for you. Can anybody tell what is the major example I have given? Can anybody tell the what is the example I have been given in the introduction class day before yesterday? Yeah, right. So I have been I have shown you the scattered items that have been thrown somewhere and I've been keeping in the basket. Yes. So this is what the example. Yeah. So why we are I shown you that one, because that will be going to cover your second unit, where we are going to learn about data integrity and normalization. Now, when I say data integrity, that means whatever the data I am trying to maintain, it should not be duplicated. That means if I give one example, say my name is there in the something called admission number. So if the admission number the person has been not my number has been not entered by them, then the same number cannot be transferred to the examination branch. The same number cannot be transferred to the teachers. The same number cannot be the admission number cannot be transferred to the fee section. Now if the admission number has been not given by that particular person in these three departments, say there are number of departments, but I am telling about the major department. Why? Because admission, once the student has been admitted in the college, he will be paying the fees, so the connection between the person is with the fees department. If the person clears the fees, then he has been got admitted, then he will be transferred to that particular department, saying that okay, this course has been joined by that person, so he will be reaching to that particular department and he'll be contacting that particular teacher or the head. Then you are going to attend the classes. So in order to attend the classes, your admission number is must, which has to be enrolled, and it has been taken by the attendance by the teachers, so your number has to be come from the administration department. Then once you finish your course, you are be ultimately you are writing the exam. Then that means your exam, your admission details or your roll numbers, your details should be again should be passed to the examination bench. Now examination bench will be having two kinds of data. One from admission department, whether this person is there or not. So from that they will going to get the enquiry, a query, saying that whether this person is existing in your data or not. Now, if the person maintains properly, then the data will be directly coming to the examination. At the same time, examination branch requires the to contact the teacher or the concerned department or the BCom or BSc department head, asking him that whether this person has the attendance or not, whether he is crossing the below above 75 or below 75. That means based upon that, the examination branch will going to issue the hall ticket. So your hall ticket will be issued based on the one is admission and is one is from the what? From the teachers. So like this, the person has been given. That means if the person maintain the proper data, then there will be no duplication among these three departments. Otherwise, if the the admission block has been not maintaining the data properly, then there will be the chances of misuses of data, duplication of data can be done. So how you going to maintain this integrity? This is the second unit you are going to learn. Then all this every time you will be seeing the second unit, or whenever you find the database management system or any database management system exam, the first question almost you will find this from first this unit is normalization. If you take n number of old papers, whether the syllabus has changed or may not be changing, if you see the relational database system, the first major question will be asking from this unit is normalization. So how many normal signs are there? 3, 4, 5, 6. So you are going to know that. That means if you want to thorough with the second unit, is the first the more foremost question from you can expect blindly is normalization. Now what do you mean by this normalization? I'll be telling in the depth of that, but right now just I'll give an overview on this. Say normalization, denormalizations are there. Now denormalization is yesterday what is the example I had told you, that is scattered items. Those are denormalization. That means data has been collected which have been not segregated, which has been not sorted out. That is denormalization. Then what is normalization? Normalization, you are trying to segregate it, you are putting in a order wise. That is normalization. Then again we have in this sub points: first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, Bicot normal form, like fifth normal form, sixth normal form, like this we have normalization form. So one by one we'll be learning about it. That means how you going to identify the keys. So again, this is linked to the first one. So if you know about the constraints, if you know about the primary key, if you know about the foreign key, standard key, candidate key, if you know this particular unit, then only when you come to the second unit, it is going to tell about the normalizations. So if you want to do a normalization of your data, that is, if whatever that is segregated, that is whatever the data is scattered, you are trying to segregate. So if you want to segregate, like I have been showing you one example, if you remember properly or not, I have picked up 5 pens from the basket. If you remember, do you remember that one? So we have been pick upping from this data, that means whatever the scattered, that is whatever the scattered one is there, I have been segregated in the basket. From the basket I have picked up only 5 pens, and I kept it in the separate corner, saying that this is only related to pen, this is related only pens. That means I'm trying to identify the uniqueness from that particular segregate data. So you have been ordering the content and you are trying to say that okay, this is pen is unique from that particular. So do you find anything ornament similar to that? No, we don't find anything which is which is going to say that apart from pen there is no any other item which is say that that is similar to that. We have been seen all the items, in that pen was the unique. So we are trying to find the uniqueness. So it will, if we want to know about this, how to segregate the content, how to remove that, how to make the normalization, then we should be thorough with the first unit. That's why first unit is important. So as I told you that architecture is important, second one is primary keys and foreign keys, and all the different kinds of constraints are important. If you know this, then only in the third second unit you will be knowing about segregation of your data, that is normalization. Now always this is competitor for the another part, like always you will be having choice in the units, first unit, second unit, third unit. In the first unit you will be having 2 questions or 3 questions or 4 questions, you will be having choice. So like that, in the first unit already I told you about what are the important. Now coming to the second unit, here always the normalization will be the competitors. Who is the competitors? Two more persons will be competitors. One is file organization system. That means how you going to organize the files. Like I'll be putting, like you may have at your home a small library. Everybody has a small library at your home. Like library in this, not library in the sense like you will be having a yeah, you will be having a small cell self. In that you are going to keep arrange your books. So if you have elder brother, all, yeah, all books of computer books will be put in one cell. Yeah, another books of your brothers or sisters, younger or elder, you will be keeping their sixth class book, seventh class book in somewhere, so that it will be easy to pick up that particular data, right? So how are you going to organize your files? So here we are talking about our files, there I am talking about the items. So the items, how you going to arrange it, and how you frequently are going to access. Now I'll giving one example, like everyone will be having like occasions, we visited our families, friends marriages, or our own friends marriages, or something like family marriages. There, after getting of content, marriage has been finished, everybody rush to what you call for food. Yes, all of you rush for a food to have the food because already it was late, so we are hungry. So we are, yeah, so when you go over there, do you see that what is the first thing you will do? We'll search for the plates. Yes, we search for the plate. Now how I'll going to pick up the plate? From the middle, or the last, or the first? Yeah, one by one I'll be taking, right? One by one I'll be taking. So if I pull down from the middle or the last, what happens? Yeah, done, right? That is correct. So now, which plate has came first? No, 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 no. You are taking, no, no. You are pick upping the topmost one. But how it has came first? No. Yeah, it was the last one, but it is coming first. It is coming first. Do you understand? See how the people will be arranging the place. The people will be cleaning the place, and they'll put one, then they'll put another one, another one, another one. So what the person who came first, he is coming out last, and the person who came last, he is coming first. Understand the concept? Got it? Now, this is what we call the arrangement of files. So when I'm arranging the files, we call this as a sequential organization. So we have something called different types of organization, and just I'm giving a rough idea, okay, why the concepts are like this. Then we will be, now we are not going to move is theaters, but if you see the before lockdown, we used to visit the theaters, and we will be going to attend the theaters. We'll take the tickets. Now we are booking from home, but previously when it is a like chiru movie or any famous actors movie, we used to rush. We used to, like, if it is releasing at 11 o'clock, the movie is there, we used to stand by 7 o'clock. Is it right? Yeah, nowadays that is not there, but we anyhow, but though we have come late, whether we book somewhere, you will be finding on the rush that there will be in the ticket counter, the people will be standing, right? Now there, the first person who comes, he will be the first, and he will collect the ticket, or he purchase the ticket, and he'll go first only. Is it right? Okay, you got the concept. I am telling about the first concept is related to the plates, food plates. So the first person who kept first, he coming out last, and the person who came last, he is coming first out. Now whereas something like another one, example of something called queue, that is theater queue. There, the first person who is coming first, he is leaving, coming out first only, right? This is one concept. So we call this as a queue concept. Now, suppose do you say something like based upon, like, I'll be calling the randomly. Like suppose now I'll be calling randomly people, saying something called Bindu. Can you answer me, Bindu? Say yes or no. No answer from her. Alekya, Madhuri, are you available or not? Hema, Bhumika. That means everybody has kept the phone, and they are watching movie, or just the phone. They kept the phones aside, and they are somewhere, they are doing some other work. Sony. That's the, yeah, I called these many people, but nobody is answering. Pravalika, Pravalika B, Priyanka. See, now what I done? I'm calling the people randomly, right? Done. So this is one another concept. That means how flexibly you are trying to pick up the data from that particular basket. See, I have given the example of baskets. In that, I'll be I can pick up one by one, or I kept arranged in its proper order. I'll be taking out, or I'll be pick them randomly. Like this, the same fashion we are going to arrange our data, and the data can be retrieved from the database in different kind of organizations, file organization. That means I can sequentially, I can get the data, indexly I can pull the data, hashed is there. Like this, we have different kinds of concept where I can, the data which has been stored on the database can be retrieved in different fashion. So for this, I have given three different examples. One, I have given the example of the functional, the plates, yeah, food plates. Second one, theater cues. Third one I call you randomly. So these are the cons. So like this, in the second unit, always the competitor for your normalization is this one. So if you thorough with these two concepts, then 10 marks again in your hand. Got it? So this is about the second unit. Any doubt regarding this? Okay. Yeah. Now, yes. So we are moving to the third unit. So as I told you that third unit is totally related to the practicals. So if you know about the practicals, automatically theory also you can write, practical also you can write. That means if you thorough with the third unit, 50 marks are there in your hand. Maximum 50 marks are in your hand. In that 50, how much you gain, that is left to you. So if you read this particular single unit thoroughly, 50 marks are there in your hand. So what is this? That is structure query language. Say, S- no, it will be from all the 5 units. All the 5 units, ma'am. See, third unit is 35 marks for practicals and theory 10 marks. So 45 marks are in your hand. Got it? Internal from this, if you get to 2 marks, so no, almost all 47 marks are there in your hand, no, ma'am. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So yeah. So coming to the third unit, structure query language. Now, whatever the concept we learn orally, here we are trying to use with a software. Now here I am using the software like your previous seniors has been using Oracle. So for a BCom student, I doesn't suggest use to Oracle, but if you grown up little bit, then if you know about a well versed with RDBMS, then you can go with another database, Postgre or something like DB2 or Oracle, something like that. But in order to understand very fast and the concepts and easy to learn and very lightweight software I have been using is MySQL. So if you go with the MySQL concept, so it is easy for you to learn the things and you will enjoy your writing the coding part. So now for this coding part, we'll be having single statements or 2 or 3 lines of statement will be there, not more than that. Now suppose if I say, yesterday I was asking, what is your name? Then immediately you have said, I am Kirti, I am Sana, I am Pravalika, I was say Vaishnavi, like this you have given the name. So what is my query? What is your name? Now in English, if I ask the person, you will be writing WHAT what, IS is, YO are your, NAME name, question mark. Now this is the format where we are going to seeing that particular text, we are going to give the answer. Is it right? Similar fashion, in our SQL, we have the queries. Now we call this as a English statements. Now how the English statement will be saying? Now I ask the question, to whom I ask? The student. Who are the student? Here you are the human being. We are where we are been interacting with this platform called Meet. So with the help of this Meet, I am trying to communicate with you and I ask the question. You have been given the reply to me. So similar fashion, here I'll put the queries to the database. So database is one kind of software which has been stored in my computer on the server, saying that this is there in that, and I'm asking him. How I'm asking? In English statement. Like I've been asking in English statement, what is your name? That means you are saying WHAT what, YOUARE name, like that you are asked. Now similarly, I have to ask the computer also to give the information. Now how I'll be asking? I'll be saying select star or name from student. What I'm saying? Here I'm typing over here, so you can how the statement will be there. You can say. So I'm saying select name. No, no, I'm typing in the chat box. I'm typing name from student. Now this is a query I have typed. Now what was the in English language? What how I'll be asking? I am saying what is your name? Now this is become the English statement. Above one become the computer statement. See, what is the thing I am asking? What is your name? To whom I ask? The person. Now in the above what I am saying, select name from students. Now from where I am asking? To the computer. Now yeah, from the database asking. How I am asking? Select. Now what do you mean by select? Can tell anybody? What do you mean by select? Yes, very good. Choosing. What you are choosing? Very good. From where you are choosing? From the student. Now what is the student? What is a student? It's like yesterday I given one example, no? Basket. Got it, no? So basket is the student. I'm trying to pick up the pens. Yesterday I pick up the 5 pens. Do you remember? So I pick up the pens. So to pick up the pens, I use my hand and I just go over there and I pull out the pens from the basket. Now this is what the action I have done, right? Now what was the another thing I have done the action? I was orally I'm asking with my mouth that what is your name. Now this is what I am asking and I have been got the answer from your side. Similarly with the action, I went to the basket. So basket is the place where I pick up the pens and I have given to you, or I want to show to you. So similar fashion, in our SQL language, the statement will be look like this. See, do you think this is very tough for us to learn the things? What I'm saying, select. So question is what? What is your name? I am saying. So how I'll be getting the answer? Getting my answer is Devendra Ji, Pravalika Ji. Like this, I am getting the name. So in order to get that name, the system will going to give the names on to me. Say Pravalika. So I'll get the name on the screen, Pravalika. So how the system is accepting? I'm telling him. I'm giving one small statement. What is that statement? Select. That means choose. What you are choosing? There are lot of things are there. There are lot of items are there. From that, I'm trying to pick up the name. Good. Now, where is this name? Name can be anywhere, but you are saying specifically, you are saying them that it is in the one basket. Now, in our case, we are not going to call this as a basket. We call this as a table. Got it? So, select is the keyword. Name is the field. Got it? Then, from is the keyword. Student is what? A table. So, what is this table? A content has been arranged in what format? Rows and columns. See how you draw the table. We'll draw the table in what fashion? We'll be drawing in the rows and columns, horizontally, vertically. Yeah, horizontal lines, vertical lines will be having. Now in that boxes, we are going to put the information. Similar fashion, the system also will going to store each and every person record. Now here we call now this as a record. So terminology is changing now. You have to remember the words. So in the first unit, I told about the constraints. Second unit, I'm telling about the normalization, new words, right? New normalization is segregation, right? Now coming to the third unit, what I said now? Yeah, record I'm saying. So in the table, what is the content? My rows are my content. That means my contents is nothing but here records. So records has been stored in the form of rows and columns. In that particular one column is there. The column is, what is the column name? We call as a name. So in the table called student, there is a column called name. There are other columns are there. There is roll number is there, there is address is there, contact number is there, lot of fields are there, but I need only from that particular box, that is the table. I am trying to pick up only the column called what? Name. Now here, when I'm saying select name from students, that means what is happening? It is giving all the names that are there in the students. Like here, I'm able to see 51 member students list. So if I click on the people button on my screen, I can able to see all the 51 people who are there. So similar fashion, my question, my query, now we call this as an entire statement as a query. Now onwards, I'm use the terminology called query. So you should not get confused. What do you mean by query? So query is nothing but yes, English like statement which will be written in the database, right? So we are going to write the statements like this. Now this is we called as a queries. Now onwards, I will be calling this as a queries. So I am writing these queries, right? What it will do? It will going to pick up everybody's roll numbers or everybody's names in that particular data. That means it will give. Now if I say pick up the pen, that means whether there are 5 pens, 10 pens, 20 pens, whatever that is there in the basket, all pens will be coming out. It will be going to give to me. Similar fashion, this statement will going to pick up. So like this, we are going to know about the commands in the third unit. So in the third unit, we are going to learn such kind of statements. Okay, we are going to know about the SQL commands such as DDL, that is data definition language. So don't think this is the DDL means दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे, नहीं सोचना है वैसा कोई भी, ठीक है? So don't think that DDL means दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे. It is not दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे. It is data definition language. हंसी आ रहा है सना सना, राइट? कभी कभी सीखना पड़ता है सर. Okay, so it is data definition language. So we are going to know about the data definition language. Then we are going to know about the data manipulation language. Then we are going to learn about the data control language. Then we are going to learn about the transaction control language. Like this, we are going to learn about this 4 to 5 different kinds of different kinds of queries. So yeah, so we are going to learn about the SQL commands. So if you learn this SQL commands, if you thorough with that, then you are very perfect in the practical sessions. So if you are thorough with the practical sessions, then maximum you can deal with any kind of RDBMS. Any kind of RDBMS, just a small syntax difference, but the statement will be common. If you are using MySQL, Oracle, or DBase, or PostgreSQL, whichever you are using, if you know this 4 to 5 commands, that is DDL command, DCL command, DDL commands, transaction control language. Yeah, if you know about this, then you can handle any kind of database. So based upon that, we will be having queries. So now again, as I told, every unit you will be having competitors from one person to another. Then like here in the third unit, you will be having in the theory. So practically everything you have to read. But when you come into the theoretical part, one is about the SQL commands. Always you can gunshot remember that they will be asking any one SQL commands. They'll be asking about DDL command. They will be asking DML command. They may ask DCL commands. But one is pakka from this SQL command is any one types of command will be going to come. Then what is the choice for this? The choice always will be like something like queries or joins. Two things will be going from this. So queries and joins. So here I have shown you one statement. Suppose I told you yesterday in the example, like is Pravalika is related to what are the names? Yeah, Sana, or is the Vaishnav is related to Pravalika? Is Rohini is related to Priyanka? Is it? Then you all use what is the answer you have given? No, sir. Yes, there is no relation between that. But when I say they are from AMS college, then immediately there is been link has been attached with them. That means these all people are related to these people are related to AMS college. So I got the link. Now I'll be telling. Now I'll be asking that the students from the AMS college from where the from belongs. So the person who is studying in the AMS college, I want to know that from how many people are there from Hyderabad, or how many people from Hyderabad studying the BCom computers. Or I may ask from AMS college from Hyderabad, those are doing BCom computers, how far they have the language called RDBMS. So like this, what is happening? I have different queries. So I'm trying to combine. So these are all from the different tables. So if I want to know from Hyderabad, I have to see the profile of the Pravalika. Is it right? That means I have to separately I should go to the Pravalika profile, and I can pick up her data, because Hyderabad is come, it will be not there in the examination branch, or not there in the teacher's profile, not there in the fees section. It will be there in the admission section. That means if I want to know from where she came, I have to go and check it in the administration department. Is it right? So I'll be writing one query to that. Then I'll be writing another query saying that what is another one? BCom course. So if I want to know to the BCom course, then I have to go with the department called Commerce department. There I have to check the how many courses are. So there are regular course, there is a computer course, there is a financial course, like this. Different courses are there. From that I have to search for the BCom computers. Then again I have to go with the particular teacher. I'll be asking who is taking the RDBMS. I want to talk to her. Then I'll go to the RDBMS teacher. Then they'll go to come to the Devendra sir. Then they'll be asking about the Pravalika. Is she belongs to you? That means in order to reach me, first they have to go to the administration, because the person doesn't know who is the roll number and the name. Then going to contact the BCom section. Then they are contacting the teacher. Then they are getting the profile of that particular. That means what is happening? I have multiple queries. I'm trying to join, and I'm writing this all queries into single statement, not in the different. I'm trying to pick up all the queries. So queries, already I told you what is the mean by queries. So queries is a English like statement, which I've been already told you just now, just before 5 minutes. So the similar fashion, I'll be having the queries in this fashion. All the queries I'll going to combine, and I'll make it in a single statement. So we are going to learn about such kind of queries. We call this as the joins. Okay, so like this we are going to learn in the third unit about the joins. Then we are going to learn about the indexes, synonyms, So these are the other parts. Likely we'll be learning when the concept comes, we'll be going in depth of that. So this is about the third unit. Now coming to the fourth unit, here we'll be knowing about the securities. See, we are learning about the concept, we are segregating them, then we are putting in the everything in the software. Now we are thinking about the security, because I cannot blindly give your details. Like somebody comes to me and they inquire about the Pravalika, then I'll be asking them, can you show your identity? What is the relation between you and the Pravalika? Are you a guardian, or a father, or a mother, or an uncle? I'll inquire all those things. If I think that person is genuine, then only I'll give the details of Pravalika, whether she's coming to the college, whether she has written the exam or not, whether she's regular or to the college or not, or whether she paid the fees, whatever it is related to the entire profile, each and everything related to that particular student. If I want to give to that person, I should be cross verify. So like that, I'll be trying to go for the securities. I'll be having the concurrency management, a transaction where we'll be learning about the locking systems. We are going to know about the data recovery. We are going to know about the failure methods, database errors, backup, technical recovery techniques, securities, database securities, all the things. Now this is the little bit dry. Fourth unit is little bit dry comparing to the first three units. This is maximum you have to learn the content. Unless until you read the theory, this content will not be pushed. That means the three units are there in your hand. Fourth unit you will make it you to like uyala jampala. Okay, right? You will be floating on the air, whether I should go or not, whether I should enter or not, whether I should read or not. So it will be little bit complicated, but if you understand the concept of the security, then you will be very easy for you to understand the fourth unit. So in the fourth unit you will be learning about the security of the transactions. Okay, now coming to the last and the least, that is the fifth unit. There you will going to learn about the distributed and client server database. Now you may have seen the best example I can say. Now how all of you taken the admission in the AMS or any other college? Nowadays, if you want to take an admission in the colleges, what is the first thing you have to go within a degree college? If you want, I have to approach the dost. Is it right? Yeah. So in the those website, I had to log in. So I had to, in order to log in, what I had to do, I had to make my make yeah make my Aadhaar card link with my mobile number. Yes, the phone number has to link with my Aadhaar number. Then I had to give the credential details in the those. Then it will going to generate me the one ID and the password. With that, I'll be log in. I'll pay the amount. I'll select the web options. I'll be working with that. Right now, is this only available in Hyderabad? Is it available only at AMS? Is it available only in Nalgonda? Is it like separated like that? Anywhere it is available. That means, yeah, it is client server database. It is client server database. That means I can log in anywhere. Whenever I type my Aadhaar number or my hall ticket number of my intermediate, automatically it will going to give me the details. If I type the enter of my 10th class SSC roll number, automatically it will going to give. If I type the something called income ID or my caste ID, automatically it will going to tell me that from where and which place I took the caste certificate or income certificate. Is it right? So this is client server data. That means my data is can be put it somewhere anywhere and I can able to access freely. That means it is been distributed. Okay, so my data has been distributed everywhere and it can be used at any time at any point of view. So what are the advantages of this database management system, that is distributed database management system? How the structure is there, or what are the disadvantages, and do you find any duplications over here, fragmentations, and any architecture? Like this we are going to learn about the fifth unit. So fourth and fifth unit is little bit dry now. So it is depend upon the concept you will learn. So here I will be maximum will be, I will playing the videos and the PPTs so that you can able to understand what is locking system, how this distributed system will going to work, server client and server will going to work. But when I come to the third unit, at that time maximum I advise everyone to use laptops or desktops. Mobiles will not going to work for this. If I want to explain everything on live, I'll be showing, but unless until the same thing, if you execute on the system, you cannot able to understand the third unit. As I told you, this is 35 marks of theory as well as 10 marks of 35 marks is of practicals and 10 marks of theory. So in order to understand them, then at that time when I thought tell about the third unit, you should have the computers with you, computers laptop. Okay, you should log into that and you have to work with that. So for this you have to make the arrangements. So we have a lot of time for that. So this is what the your overall 5 units. These are the concepts. So do you have any doubt regarding this? What are the things you have to read and why we are going with this? So there are a lot of books or suggestion books are there, but I will not suggest any particular book. So whatever I'll tell, if you follow, then the content will be easy for you to learn the things. And as I yesterday you have been registered with Google Forms, so maximum I got the people numbers and I'll be having the attendance and all the things, material and everything will be forwarded to your mail IDs, and as well as in the Google Classrooms and whatever the platform we'll choose, we'll be putting. One question I want to ask all the people, like all of our 50 peoples are there right now. Like anybody having facing the problem with Meet, is it clear for you, or we are whether we're going to change the platform? Is it this platform is okay? So if this platform is okay, then we'll be continuing with this. Otherwise I have purchased the Zoom. If you want, I can go with this. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Otherwise we have some, I have another one also. There is something called Teams also is there. You can go with the Teams also. So three platforms I will choose selecting, so it's left to you. So depending upon this we will be going to continue. Okay, right? So any doubt regarding this today's class? Yeah. So these are all are the five units we are going to learn. So I'll will we shall we start the first unit? Okay. So otherwise you want any break, 5 minutes break if you want. I'll be giving 5 minutes break. Then we'll be continuing with the concept first unit, because we have to start the concept. So we can have the 5 minutes of break. Meanwhile, I will be having water for me, right? So you can take 5 minutes of break. Okay. Thank you, beta.